show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Well, it is the first full day, today's the first full day of Donald Trump's trip to Europe. He's in Brussels for the NATO summit, then it's on to England, then he's going straight to hell. I'm sorry, Helsinki, to meet with Vladimir Putin. And so far, the trip is going, and it's not that bad. I mean, it's not like he's turned NATO upside down, right, Jimmy? Oh my God! As the New York Times put it, Mr. Trump kicked off his meetings on a contentious note. Contentious is his only note. He's a human air horn. The bumpy ride started at a breakfast with NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg. Notice how Trump's the only one who already chugged his juice. I'm making sure that when I meet Putin, I have a full bladder. Right off. Look. Allegedly. That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense. That doesn't make sense. Not even as a joke does that make sense. Right off the bat, Trump directed his one note at one particular country.
It's very sad when Germany makes a massive oil and gas deal with Russia, where you're supposed to be guarding against Russia, and Germany goes out and pays billions and billions of dollars a year to Russia. Germany is totally controlled by Russia.
Germany is totally controlled by Russia. And I'll tell you who had sex with a porn star, Angela Merkel. She did. Oh, Angela loves to get spanked with a rolled-up Der Spiegel. She is. That is one sick Fräulein. Trump claims Germany is controlled by Russia because 35% of their natural gas comes from Russia. It's true. We're all controlled by the people who give us our gas, which is why I'm forever beholden to this Chevron on Route 3. When they invaded the Pizza Hut next door, I said nothing. What could I do? We should have seen all this coming because right before he left on the trip, Trump talked about his 3 stops. Guess which one he was most excited about?
So I have NATO, I have the UK, which is in somewhat turmoil, and I have Putin. Frankly, Putin may be the easiest of them all. Who would think? Who would think?
I would think. Everyone would think.
That's right.
Now, I'm not ready to say that our president is a Russian agent, but I have an agent, and he doesn't do as much for me as Trump does for Russia. I love you, baby doll. I love you, baby doll. I love you, baby doll, but you never swung an election for me, okay? I lost to John Oliver.
Come on, baby doll.
And it's not just journalists who've noticed, so has Fox News. Listen to this message to Republicans from the Fox News political editor.
You will not stop Donald Trump from undermining NATO. You will not stop him from realigning U.S. foreign policy to be more favorable towards Russia. He is going to do it. He is going to fly into Brussels like a seagull. He is going to defecate all over everything, squawk, and fly away.
Wow. Wow. That right there. Yeah, I agree. I just want to take a little time here to get real for a second. Okay, Jim, let's go to Real Town. Look. If you like the president, if you don't like the president, it don't matter. We all know what's going on here. Trump is trying to weaken the EU and weaken NATO and break up the European alliance, which is exactly what Russia wants. This is not a theory. This is happening in public. What we don't know is why. Maybe he's sucking up to Putin to finally build that Trump Tower in Moscow. Maybe he wants to realign the global power structure, use Russia as an ally against an emerging China. Or maybe Putin's got a tape of him in a hotel with 2 hookers going, daddy like. I love it. I love it. All of that's open to debate, but it's the last one. But I just want to say for the record, and please don't carve this on my tombstone, I agree with the Fox News guy. And that was Real Town. And that was not Trump's only blunder. During the NATO welcoming ceremony, while everyone else was looking at a military flyover, here's Trump looking in the wrong direction. My condolences to the president for his crushing defeat in the first round of International Simon Says. With everything going so badly in Europe, I'm sure Trump longs for the days of his summit with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. Remember? No more nukes. You can sleep safe. Alan Alda, you can come home. Your work is done. Well, last week, North Korea got a follow-up visit from Secretary of State and younger Kevin James, Mike Pompeo. And now we're getting reports that Pompeo's North Korea meeting went as badly as it could have gone. I'm not surprised. Sometimes the second date is rough. You go back to his place, you find out it's full of executed relatives, or worse, Limp Bizkit CDs. It didn't seem like North Korea was taking the summit that seriously from the very start. Pompeo thought he'd be put up in a nice hotel. But instead, the North Koreans put him up in a gated guest house just behind the mausoleum where the bodies of regime founders Kim Il-sung and his son Kim Jong-il lie embalmed. Or as Airbnb described it, cozy bungalow, quiet neighbors, great view of dictator corpses. Another... Sure. The Azar stuff can go. Another reason Pompeo didn't have a good meeting with Kim Jong-un, he didn't meet with Kim Jong-un. But Kim had a very good excuse. Turns out he was too busy visiting a potato farm to meet with the U.S. Secretary of State. But to be fair, a lot of people have trouble telling the difference between Mike Pompeo and a potato. You say potato, I say Pompeo, let's call the nuke deal off. And the saddest part of all of this is that Donald Trump is president. But also sad... But also sad, Mike Pompeo had a gift for Kim that he never got to deliver. Remember when Donald Trump was threatening to blow up the world and calling Kim Jong-un little racket man? Well, he thought it would be fun to send Pompeo with an Elton John CD with the song Rocket Man. And the CD is signed. It's not signed by Elton John. It's signed by President Trump. Dear Kim, I didn't write this, but I did listen to it. Put it on to remember that time I insulted your penis. Stay sweet. Have a great summer. Done. We got a great show for you tonight.